Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining my channel. My name is Rocky, and if you're new to my channel, you wouldn't know that this channel is about fashion, bargain fashion, lifestyle right here in my city of Chicago, and just a little bit of beauty. Today happens to be the little bit of beauty, and we're talking about fragrance. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about with respect to today's video is all about fragrance. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is a couple of fragrances that I just recently picked up when I was in Seattle. So I picked up this Caswell and Massey Lilac, and it won't focus here, but I also picked up this classic rose fragrance. It's called Tea Rose from the Perfumer's Workshop, and my words are not working today. So we're gonna go through these a little bit today, and I sampled these using like decants or testers. And I've told you before that using testers or decants is a completely different experience from using a brand new bottle. Testers and decants, they're exposed to air, light, all of that, and it's just different. So the first one we're gonna try here is the Caswell and Massey Lilac fragrance. And again, it's a departure from what I normally get. You know, I get like rose fragrances, or basically all florals except for white and yellow florals. Very feminine fragrances, so this is no departure. It's definitely a floral. I usually get like citrusy, something with a bergamot to it. So this one is lilac. I don't know the notes offhand, but let's see. I actually did make my own tester strips today. So we're gonna smell this together, and hopefully it's just as beautiful as I thought it was in the store. I did get, like I said, a tester, a decant. Where I went in Seattle, they give you a tester, so then if you don't like it on your skin, you can bring it back unopened in 30 days with no issue. So I really appreciate that they did that. Yes, this is actually more beautiful. It's actually a bit more like playful, youthful, not like child, teenager, playful, youthful, but like innocent is what I'm trying to say. So if you were going to go and meet the in-laws, this is something you would wear, right? If you're going to go meet your soon-to-be in-laws for the first time, this I think would make a really good impression. Let's see, the packaging is decent. I think, you know, it looks fine enough. It'll keep it, for me, I like to keep my fragrances in the box so that they're shielded from sunlight. So I think this is pretty well protected. This is nice. So that one is the lilac. So this one has a little bit of a story to it, the Tea Rose one. I purchased it at the perfumery in Seattle for $60. And I was talking to you about it when I hauled it originally and said, oh, $60 is a great price for 4 ounces, 120 ml, because anywhere else you'd pay probably hundreds of dollars for that amount if it's a really good perfume. And it's strong. Even though it's an EDT, it is very long, very strong, projection, longevity, all of the things. But after the fact, after I bought it, I went online to like look more into it, because there was a note that was kind of giving me a little bit of a tingly sensation. I didn't know what it was. There is a white floral in here, but I think it's like baby's breath. So maybe that's bothering me. I don't know what it is. But not baby's breath. It's like shaped like a little bell. I have to find out what the name of it, like anyway, I have to look it up. Anyway, it was giving me a little tingly, so I looked up the notes, but then I also learned that the price on this perfumer's website was $20. So I overpaid for it. So I returned it just on the fact that I overpaid for it, and went and bought it on Amazon for $15. So I really like the fragrance. It's not that it's a bad fragrance. I'm just not a fan of overpaying. I didn't overpay. I did check the Caswell and Massey. I didn't overpay for that one, but I did overpay for this one. But I want to smell this without any interruption here. Let's see. No sunlight. It's brand new. No air in there. So that's the other thing. I think I told you that before. If somebody tells you they haven't smelled something before and they spray it and it missed out all beautifully on the first spray, they're lying. They've sprayed it before. There's always air in the little tube that goes in here, so it's going to be 1 or 2 pumps that nothing comes out. So check that out when you're watching any influencer or somebody reviewing a fragrance and they say that the first reaction and it comes out all beautiful, they lie. This smells exactly how I remember it. It's the full rose. It's the petals, the stem, the thorns, the dirt. it's everything about the rose. It's the full rose fragrance in here. So if you love rose, you'll love this. If you're like, you know, like not really a fan of rose, you're gonna hate this because this is very, very rose forward, all rose. And I think like this might do well if you like mix it or pair it with something that'll ground it, like something that's woody, like an oud or an agar wood, or even if you like smoke and leather type of things, you know, something like that, like sandalwood, something to ground it. But I'm partial to oud, so I'm gonna find something with the oud to like mix this with probably. And it's gorgeous on its own, but just to kind of like not annoy other people around me, I'll probably mix it with something else. But best $15 I've ever. And now moving on to the next fragrance, you all know that I have a subscription with the brand Fern. Maybe you do, maybe you don't know, but I do have a subscription with them. And what they do small batch fragrances every season of every year. So 4 fragrances per year, and you have to be a member of the Fern fragrance community and to be offered a bottle of fragrance. And so every time it comes out, they send you a bottle, and what you are allowed to do is just smell it in the comfort of your own home. They send you a sample plus the bottle. As long as the bottle remains unopened, you can return it without issue. So you have to, it's best that you just, you know, take the little, it always comes with some little cute something. This one is a quince, what does it say? Quince something. Scan to enjoy, some sort of digital cinematic premiere. So that they give you a little something. They always give you a cute little piece of artwork. I'm trying to be super neat with it because I like to return all of their shit. I don't want any questions. But this is really pretty. It's always some sort of little artwork that they give you with a booklet about the fragrance, about the brand and things like that. So really, really nice. And about the artwork. They give you almost like a little, I want to say like a seal of authenticity inside of the box. And then here's the sample kit that they give you. So my box, okay, good. The first 2 boxes that I've gotten from them, the seal was broken. And I'm just like, I hope they don't try to give me any shit about it. They didn't. I returned one of them already. I'm concerned about this one. I did see the notes. There is a white floral in here. The notes, let's see if they have it here. The notes are saffron, caraway seed, aniseed, olibanum, blood orange rind, grapefruit rind, carrot seed, davana, Jamaica pimento, coriander seed, neroli. Neroli is the white floral, and jasmine is a white floral. Those 2 I really it just bothers me. Nutmeg and bergamot rind, and then in the base they have myrrh, oakwood, Leatrix leaf, oh my goodness, brown-eyed rock rose, benzoin, red cedar, patchouli, vetiver root. So there are a mix of things in here that I know I like. There are a mix of things that I've never smelled before, and there are a couple of things that I know for sure I don't like. So we're gonna have to spray this together and see if we like it. The kit here, they give you tester strips. They give you a piece of a little ceramic piece of clay here. It's almost like a room freshener or something like that. I don't know how, what is this? Oh, it's a diffusion stone is what they call it. They give you the sample fragrance here. They give you, they always give you a tea. They give you a tea to match the season. They give you some information about the fragrance itself, and then they give you a couple of tester strips. So let me go ahead and test this, and let's see if and how we like it. I'm already biased. Just knowing the notes, I'm already biased, and I feel bad because I'm not going to give it a fair shot, but let's see. Nope. Well, it smells familiar, interestingly. It's giving me something that I'm not going to wear. But I don't know. It's giving me gourmand, but in a savory gourmand kind of a way. It's giving me sort of like a Christmassy, like, evergreen pines, you know, kind of a trees, kind of a smell. So we got food, we got pine trees, we got the florals that I really don't particularly like. There's something in here that's headache inducing. I'm not sure if it's the white florals or something else, but it's kind of making me sick right now. There's something that's turning my stomach in here. There's something that smells like medicine, like vitamins. So overall, there's more that I don't like about it than I do like about it. So I won't be keeping this. I'm definitely going to return this. But I do appreciate, you know, this, like if you're really into fragrances, and if these, like if white florals don't bother you, this would be a great experience for you. Having the luxury of getting it sent to your home, you have a unique scent that not very many people will have, because like I said, it's batch fragrances, only a few people will have them. I think this is a great experience. I think that I've tried it 3 times already. The very first one, the seal came broken, and I could, you know, tolerate it enough to keep it, so I kept it. The second one I didn't like. This is my 3rd one that I've received and I don't like it. I feel like I'm going to cancel it after this. I don't want them to waste, you know, pollute the earth shipping this to me, and I know I'm not going to like it. So I may take a peek at what they have in store for winter ahead of time. Hopefully they have it already posted, what they have for winter. But I just don't feel like this is for me, because I'm just too picky with my fragrances. The next things I want to talk about are some things that I've been raving about for the longest, and I had a really good time going through, I feel like it was Nordstrom where we're at, and we got like a whole bunch of sample fragrances, and I want to share those with you today. Not a whole bunch, but I have one. So I have Perseus from Parfums de Marly. I have Thé Noir 29 from Le Labo. I have Rose 31 from Le Labo. And I have another 13 from Le Labo. And I have Gris Charnel from BDK. I want to go through them with you because we've been talking about these for a while, and I have dupes of a couple of these, and I just never had the real thing, and I just want to know, you know, what these smell like, play with them, and what they smell like on the skin. I've tested these on strips before, but we'll go ahead and do it again here. This BDK Gris Chanel is gorgeous. Again, all of these are niche fragrances, so they're super expensive. And when I say super expensive, they range anywhere, depending on how big the bottle you get. But maybe the cheapest of all of these might be $270, and that's a small bottle of 50 ml, or no, 30 ml from Le Labo is $270. But these go anywhere from, you know, the high 200s to the low 400s, and it's just the way my frugality senses are set up. I just can't do it. So this BDK Gris Chanel is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And it is a rose fragrance, but not rose forward. It's more of a tea, to me, like tea and rose. Do they have the notes on here? I don't know. I think it's tea and rose. So which are 2 of my favorite fragrances, in addition to like bergamot, like and oud. Anyway, this one is a newer one. This is the 2nd to newest one from Parfums de Marly. 3rd to newest one, because it was Perseus, Valaya, and now Palatine. But this Perseus one is a men's fragrance. They put it in the opaque bottle, so you know, the opaque kind of square bottle, so you know it's meant to be masculine. But I love it because it's more of a like a citrusy kind of a fragrance. I know we're going into fall and we're not doing citrus, but I still really enjoy it. It transports me to something from like my childhood or something like that, and I just can't put my finger on it, but it's giving me nostalgic vibes, and that's probably why I like it. But I really, really enjoy this one, and I feel like it's full bottle worthy. I do feel like it's full bottle worthy, but I want to wear it on my skin, because the things that these fragrances do on the skin versus on paper or in the air or in the bottle, completely different. So you got to put it on your skin before you make that commitment, especially for the price that I just mentioned to you. This Thé Noir is one that I think I have tried on the skin, just like in the store, put it on the skin, and I know it's good, but it's the price that kind of keeps me from wanting to. Yeah, it's, damn, this is small. Look at the they not playing. Look at this. They like, all you need is a dab. Jeez. And it's a dabber style, not a spray style, so they really know how to cut corners. Yes, this is, my goodness. I already have some fragrance on, and the fragrance I have on I'm going to talk about in a minute, but oh my goodness. If you like citrus, if you like tea, you can't go wrong with this. And mixing this with other fragrances that are like gourmandy, like a Gentle Fluidity Gold or something like that from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Beautiful. So I think this, I know for a fact this is full bottle worthy. It's just the price that keeps me from kind of just pulling the trigger on this one. Another 13 is a musky fragrance. It is one of those you but better type of fragrances, supposedly. I have not tried this one on my skin. I've only smelled it on paper. But if you know me, know that I love these You But Better type of fragrances. I have Eccentric Molecules, Molecule 01. I have Dossier You. I have Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. Those are all musky, synthetic, musky, You But Better type fragrances, like singular note, almost singular note type fragrances. And I love those. They're just beautiful and smell different on everybody. So, oh, this is nice. So another 13 is on my list. Is probably full bottle worthy. It is. I do have, let's see, there are a couple more. And then Rose 31 is one that I've been pining over for a really long time. I had a dupe of this one, which was really, really close. And the more I wore it, the more I wasn't really convinced that I love the cumin note in this. But I need to wear it on the skin to see if I really love it or not. Because I wore it once in a hospital, and every friggin' doctor and nurse in that hospital wanted to know what I was wearing. And then I told them a lie because it was a dupe. I told them that it was Le Labo Rose 31 as opposed to the dupe brand. And they were all like going and looking on their phones and looking online to see how much it cost. They were like, oh my gosh, you paid that much for this fragrance? They're like, I'm gonna have to save up. And these are doctors talking about they were gonna have to save up for this fragrance. So it's expensive. It's expensive to say the least. So those were the Le Labo ones. And then I have a couple more that I decanted. One is Desert Dawn from Byredo. Is the very latest and newest one that came out. Let's see which one is which. Is this one. Desert Dawn. I needed to be able to sample this one on the skin. I wasn't convinced in the store that I loved it. But it's a really nice one. It has elements of like, I don't know what the notes are, but it's one of those elements of You But Better, and then woodsy and things. I love fragrances like those. Those turn up like really sweet on my skin, and they turn up very feminine on my skin, even though you would think that they would lean masculine. So I wanted to play with this one and see if this was something that I like. It gives me Mojave Ghost vibes, but you know, they're all supposedly different. The other one that I've been pining over for a very, very long time, which is super, super expensive, I think it's like $4.75 for a bottle, is Carmina, Creed Carmina, and it's a rose cherry fragrance, and I absolutely love, love, love. So I finally got a decant of this one. I love the Nordstrom in downtown Seattle because they just leave the little empty decant bottles, and you can make your own decants of whatever you want. And Le Labo be passing this out like it's fucking Halloween, and people sell these online, but like they give these away like it's candy on Halloween at that Nordstrom. So I absolutely love that Nordstrom, and I wish I were local because I'd shop with them because the customer service there is to me reminiscent of old Nordstrom. They really take care of their customers. So the last thing I want to talk about is circling back and giving a quick review on what I'm wearing today. Not so long ago, I did a blind buy of Tiziana Terenzi Torpe. And this one is, I forget the notes in here, but when I first sprayed it, it was like not a love at first sniff because it was on the paper, etc., etc. And I've worn it and I'm wearing it today and I am in love. I say that about just about every fragrance, right? And in love. Oh my goodness. I can't express how much I really enjoy this. And that's how you should feel when you're wearing fragrances to me. I think you should feel your best. You should feel pretty. You should feel empowered. You should feel sexy. All the things that you want, the good things that you want to feel, you should feel. And this is one of those ones. So I'm happy that I took the leap and did the blind buy, but I'm gonna stop. I promise myself I want to stop doing that because these ain't cheap, and if I get something that I don't like, I'm gonna be so bad. So that brings us to the end of today's reviews. I showed a lot, I talked a lot, and hopefully that wasn't too long, but hopefully that inspired you to go and get your nose on some of these and have fun and play around with fragrance. And even if it's not going to be these today, look for the dupes. You know what I mean? You go and you smell these in the store and you love them. The dupes usually are pretty spot on. They may not last as long or slightly different, but good enough, right? Because like if your wallet is like mine, you kind of like, I think the dupe might be good enough. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends. My thoughts are you guys are friends for a reason. If you liked it, I'm pretty sure they'd like it too. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Rocky, she's just a fashion girl from Chicago. Rocky, she's just a fashion girl.